Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. It is Wednesday, which means it is time for my weekly weigh-in and my WW meeting topic or weight loss topic, if we'll call it that, whatever we want to call it. Even though I am no longer really counting points much, I am a lifetime at goal member of WW, so I still get the app for free, so I still get the weekly topic. And I like to bring it to you because it does not matter if you are on keto or if you're counting calories or if you're doing intuitive eating or if you're counting WW points or if you're using the healthy app. It doesn't matter. A weight loss topic is a weight loss topic, and sometimes we need to hear it. And I apologize for the background noise. The chicks are being super, super loud this morning. I don't know what's up with them. But anyway, so I've got my electrolyte water with me today. It's just, if you watch my channel, you know every morning before I have anything else, I have an electrolyte water. It's just filtered water, a couple shakes of Redmond's real salt. That's the important part. It needs to be real salt, not like Morton's. A little bit of lemon juice, splash of lemon juice, and this morning I got fancy and I put a hibiscus tea bag in there. So it's absolutely delicious. It's so hydrating. Regular water is not that hydrating because it's just water, and then it makes you pee, and you pee out all your good minerals and everything. This replaces that with when you use a good real salt, there are so many minerals in that we lose, especially overnight, especially in this weather. We sweat them out and everything. Then I work out in the morning and I sweat more of it out. So this is how I am replacing it. This is actually hydrating. Way better than plain water. So that is what I drink, at least one a day. Sometimes if it's a super duper hot day and I'm working out in the garden a lot or working outside, I will have another one. Otherwise, I do just drink plain water or unsweetened iced tea. But anyway, just wanted to tell you what I was drinking in case you didn't know. And now we're going to get on to the weigh-in. I'm in a pattern, apparently, because once again, I lost 0.8. I even moved the scale around on the floor a little bit, hoping that a different spot in the floor would give me 0.2 more so I could say 1 whole pound, but it didn't. It didn't. So it's the games we play with ourselves, my friends, and that is okay. I am thrilled to have lost 0.8. I am still trying to get a couple pounds off before the wedding. I'm thrilled to be at goal, but I like to be much further under goal. We'll see if that's even possible. I don't know at this point in my life. So we'll see. But I am thrilled with 0.8, thrilled. Any loss is a loss, and that makes me happy, especially at the point I'm at. So thrilled about that. Going to, what did I do different last week? Shut the pie hole. Shut the pie hole. Yeah. I didn't do any of that. Not as bad as I have been. So could I have been better? 100%. Could I have done worse? 100%. So focusing on the positives. This week moving forward, going to just continue hydrating myself. I'm going to, once again, just really rein in the pickiness. And for me, honestly, it's just not having it around. If it's around, I pick on it. If it's not around, I don't pick on it. So, you know, on Wednesdays, which is baking days with the baby, I'm sending it all home with the kids. I'm sending it all home. I'm not keeping it here. You know, I'm not even, I'll send half home and keep half here. Not doing that. I don't need it in the house. It's leaving. So, I mean, and if I do keep anything, I'm just putting it in the freezer, because for me, if it's in the freezer, like, I'm not going to eat frozen cookies or frozen muffins. I'm going to defrost them. And then I think, okay, it's going to take a half hour to defrost. Am I still going to want it? Well, we'll see. So I won't defrost it yet. So it's games I play with myself. I still have those Stocks pound cakes in the freezer. Still haven't touched them. So I'm really proud of myself for that. But anyway, enough about my 0.8 loss. Like I said, I am thrilled. Let's get on to the weekly topic. I don't even know what it is. Just opened it. How to make healthy decisions feel easier. I don't know. I have this feeling that maybe WW and myself will disagree on what is healthy. Off topic. I just have to laugh at some of the things I see that say, you know, oh, the healthy alternative. Yeah. The food that people claim is healthy, the food that companies claim is healthy, is hysterical. I'm not going to mention any food names, but I saw an ad for something yesterday. And I'm going to be honest with you, it may have been something I looked at back when I started my weight loss journey. My journey has definitely transformed from a weight loss journey into a health journey. It may have been something I looked at and maybe even purchased, except the price was way too high. I looked at the ingredients. It was a pastry. There was no flour in it that I could find. So how does that make it a pastry? The ingredients in it were unbelievable. I could not even pronounce half of them. 2 different seed oils and stuff I couldn't pronounce. And like it had protein in it, but it was whey isolate protein, which is not a good protein. It's the cheapest protein on the market, and it's what all these companies put in their stuff so they can call themselves a protein whatever, and it's not a good protein. But I don't know. I was floored. I was floored by the ingredients. Yeah. So sometimes people's versions of healthy are different. And if that's your version of healthy, if you don't mind eating 27 different chemicals in a food, that's okay. Not my place to tell you what to do. For me and my family, it's my place, but it's not my place to tell you. I'm here to talk about it, to tell you what I do, to maybe educate on it, but in the long run, we all make our own decisions because we are adults. So I don't even know. I knew I was going to get off tangent. I knew I was when I saw that, you know, healthy decisions. And I haven't even read it yet. Maybe it's all going to be good. It just set me off yesterday when I saw this thing being advertised as a healthy alternative when there was nothing healthy about it. Anyway, okay, rant over. I'm sorry. Eating more than you planned, scrolling longer than you intended, saying yes to more nights out than you'd like. You could pin it all on a perceived lack of willpower, or learn this more effective strategy. Try this. Pinpoint a situation where you often make choices you wish you hadn't. So when do you generally make choices you wish you hadn't? Now, the example that they give is whenever my family orders pizza, I tend to eat too much. It's hard to resist. Amen. Pizza is like the food of the gods for me. I love pizza. So, you know, is that your situation? Is it when you go, okay, maybe when you go out to a restaurant, you don't make the best decisions because you're like, I'm at a restaurant, I don't want to eat healthy. I want to eat, you know, whatever. Or maybe when you go out for an ice cream treat, you're like, the extra small? Heck no, give me the large. There's so many different scenarios. You have to figure out which one is yours. I know for me, I do bad when I have big things of like nuts in the house. I love nuts. And yes, I know they are good for you and they are a healthy fat. But once again, everything in moderation. It's not good for you if you eat 3 cups of cashews. It's good for you if you eat a 1/4 cup. So like I know a trigger for me when I do not make a good choice is when I have the big Costco size cashews in my house. So what do I do about that? That's what you have to figure out. You have to decide on a doable alternative that aligns more with your goals. For me, that doable alternative is unfortunately spending a little bit more money, but buying the little pre-portioned packs. Now, someone will say, well, you could just open 3 or 4 of those. Yes, I could, but I don't. Personally, me, I don't. Number one, because they're so expensive, I'm not gonna sit there and eat 3 of them because that's what, 8 comes in a box. And I'm cheap. I'm frugal. I'm frugal. So I won't do that. And I don't know, having that boundary of that packaging for me, it's one of the little mind games that works for me. So instead of buying the big Costco nuts and saving a little bit of money, I will buy the pre-portioned ones, because sometimes saving a few calories or saving a few reins it in a little bit for me. And it helps. It does. It helps. The single serve helps. So that is my doable alternative. So I told you their thing was the pizza. Their doable thing was I'll have 2 slices and lean on 0-point foods. Absolutely. I don't know. There's not a whole lot of times where I'm just going to eat 1 slice of pizza. There's not. Unless if we're going down to the shore or something, and I know I may want another treat, like maybe I want a saltwater taffy, or maybe I want a piece of fudge, but I know we're getting pizza, then I can rein it in and have 1 piece of pizza. And I will also have something before I go to fill me up a little bit. But you have to know you. You have to know you. And you also have to have the right mindset. If you're just going to say, well, this is what I'm going to do, but I know I won't, that's not going to help either. So your mindset has to be there. We all know that that comes first, is our mindset. So then it tells you to combine into the if-then guideline for handling the situation. Take your 2 things, take that situation that could cause problems, take your goal and combine them. The cat keeps knocking the tripod. She's playing with it. So the if-then guideline is, if it's pizza night, then I'll serve myself 2 slices plus some carrot sticks or popcorn. Personally, I wouldn't do the popcorn because that's a whole lot of carbs in there. Not that I am low carb or anything like that, but I do try to watch. But now for me with a pizza, I love to have a salad with a pizza. I just think that pairs really, really nicely together. So I will do that sometimes. I will eat a salad and then have a slice of pizza. And usually if I do that, I do only have 1. I savor it. I eat it so slowly and just savor every bite of it. And it does help. So you have to decide what your triggers are and how you want to handle them and what you can do to handle them. Maybe, I said about the ice cream. I love ice cream. And I eat ice cream, and I eat real ice cream. I do not eat any of this stuff you can buy that there's no cream in it, or it's all chemicals. I eat real ice cream. I count it as a treat. It's not something that I have, I don't buy any kind of ice cream bars or anything and have it in the freezer for whenever I want it. I make it special. We go out to the place that's near us that makes all homemade ice cream with real ingredients, and I have an extra small. I know, sometimes it's hard to have an extra small, but it is so delicious and so good and such a treat that it actually does satisfy. That extra small satisfies me, and I don't need any more. And I appreciate that extra small so much because I'm enjoying every single bite of it. Whereas if I ordered a medium or a large, after those first couple bites, I don't know, the specialty wears off, the novelty wears off for me. And maybe that's something I had to train myself to do. I'm not sure, but try to work on that. Try to savor those first bites so much that you feel like you don't need more. We live in a society where everybody wants more of everything. We want more house. We want more money. We want more car. I mean, we want more food. The average serving size at a restaurant in America is 3 times the size it is in other countries because we are a country of excess when it comes to everything. And we have to police ourselves and pull back. We do not need the amount of food that's put in front of us. But that is our American culture. More, the bigger, the better, the more, the better, the better, the better, the better, when it's not always the case. It's not always the case. So you really need to stop and get that mindset where the large ice cream may not be better than the extra small ice cream. The half a pizza may not be better than the 1 or 2 slices of pizza. Whatever it is that your trigger is, try to work on that mindset. I feel like I'm all over the place today. I'm sorry. As stuff comes in my head, I just say it. That can be a problem sometimes. But I'm trying to stick to it. I really am. So anyway, let's dive a little deeper, it says. If you've ever felt discouraged by your lack of willpower in certain situations, it's not just you. And actually, it's not you at all. It takes a ton of energy to strong arm yourself into making hard choices or changing behavior. And that energy dwindles the more you use it and the more tired or stressed you feel. One reason why forcing anything at night seems extra challenging. That is so true for me. That is why I am a morning exerciser. Because let me tell you, by after dinner, we'll take a walk with the dog or something like that, but I'm not doing a huge, big workout at night. I'm not. I know that about me and I adjust for it. I have myself trained that, when I watch Survivor, I need popcorn. I'm working on that, but I figure that's the lesser of 2 evils. It used to be back in the day when I watched Survivor, I ate a serving size bowl of ice cream. Not a cereal size bowl, my friends, a serving size bowl. And usually I went back for more. So am I making steps in the better direction? I am. And I do look to those things too. So we're not perfect. I am not perfect for sure. And just try to be a little bit better. And see where your weak spots are. Maybe nighttime is your weak spot. Maybe going out for ice cream is your weak spot. And maybe you can't just have the extra small. You have to have the jumbo sundae or whatever. If that's the case, and if you know you can't rein it in, then don't do it. Then don't go out for ice cream. If going out to dinner is hard for you because you just want all the things, maybe restrict how many times you go out to dinner. Maybe make it once a month. If going to the grocery store and walking the aisles and grabbing the chips and the ice cream and the Danishes and the bakery is too much for you, maybe start ordering online and picking up your groceries or having them delivered. I don't know. Maybe we can make excuses for all those. Well, I like going in the store to find new products. Well, it's more expensive to have it delivered. Well, it's this. Okay, are you making an excuse or are you making a plan? Because honestly, there's a fine line between them. And you have to be tough with yourself. You know I am about the tough love. So be tough with yourself. Are you making an excuse or are you making a plan? Because there's a fine line there, my friends. Be honest. So it says, what works better? Setting specific if-then guidelines? By deciding how exactly you'll handle situations ahead of time, your preferred choice is pre-made. So you're less likely to waffle and more likely to follow through when the time comes. Just be sure your then is truly doable and focuses on what you will do versus what you won't do. For example, boycotting pizza night will set you up for failure. But knowing you'll dig into 2 slices and have a plan for what you'll do before and after if you're still hungry, that will be a win. But not only having the plan, but sticking to the plan. I know, Saturday night I made dinner or Friday night I made dinner for Pinochle, so I knew what it was. I knew how much to eat. And my sister-in-law was making dessert. She told me what she was making. Right away, she was making her famous chocolate cake, and it is delicious. And I knew I was going to have a piece. But when I got up to serve dessert, I made sure I cut the pieces, and I cut mine the smallest out of all of them. Did it hurt? Yeah, because I wanted a hunk of cake. But I didn't. I cut myself a small piece. I ate it slowly and intentionally. I enjoyed it. And I just kept thinking to myself, what's more important? Another piece of this delicious cake or ordering a size smaller in the gown for the wedding? And for me, it was not the cake. And I felt that was a good win. And I made sure she did leave a piece for Andrew here, but I did not touch it. She did not leave the whole cake here. I made her take it home. It's a win. It might be a small one, but it is a win. So look to your wins. Look to the small things you can change. Look to the doable things you can do and do them. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to feel good and it's going to feel like a win. And what's going to happen is you're going to want more wins and more wins and more wins. And then the good habits are going to form. Sometimes we'll slip up. We all do. And if somebody doesn't, if somebody tells you they're perfect on plan all the time, I'm sorry, friends, they're lying to you, because we're not perfect. Everybody has that little slip. Doesn't matter what kind of weight loss journey you're on. We all have a slip. Sometimes we have a fall off of a cliff. Other times we have a slip on a wet spot on the floor. They happen to all of us. You just need to figure it out. You need to embrace it and you need to move on. You need to celebrate the wins. I don't want to say punish yourself for the failures, because we don't punish ourselves, but acknowledge our failures. Don't excuse the failures and move on. Find something that's doable, do it, and move on. So that is it for today. I know I was all over the place. I know I was. I should probably study the subject before I get on and come up with something and all, but it's just not me. It's just not me. And I know I had that rant about the healthy foods beforehand, just because I just hate that they market things as healthy when they are clearly, I don't know how chemicals are healthy. I don't, but that's okay. That's okay. The beauty is I don't have to buy that stuff. I'm not forced to eat it. I'm not forced to buy it. And you know what? If you want to buy it and you're on a weight loss journey and you want support from me, I'll still support you. Doesn't matter. I don't care what you eat. I've said it before. I don't care if you eat a pile of dog poo. I will still support you, because everybody's different and we have to embrace our differences. Will I still try to steer you in healthy directions and away from seed oils and away from artificial sweeteners and away from artificial colors and fragrances and all that? Heck yeah, I will. But that's all I'll do. I'll never punish you. So anyway, that is it for me. I have an ice bag in my hand. Long story. Talk about it on the weekend. I'm fine. But anyway, that's it. I'm done. It's been way too long and I'm sorry. Have a fabulous, fabulous rest of your day whenever you are watching this, and I will catch you all in my next video.